Food producer David Oppenheimer and Company is recalling certain packages of organic green kiwi fruit due to a risk of listeria. Now they're in 1 pound Zespri clam shells, so take a look right here on your screen. They were shipped to 14 states, including Wisconsin, between June 14th and July 7th. Only those with specific identification codes are involved in the recall. Clamshells with a white sticker listing the work order number and packed on date are not under recall. More identifying information is on the FDA website.